Hey! So for today's video I thought I would update you all on what my favourite products have been recently, because I realised that I haven't done one of these in ages, but I really like watching these videos because I find them really helpful. And in this video I'm going to include a couple of my least favourite things that I've found so far this year and have just really not got on with. There are a lot more favourites than non-favourites, but I wanted to include things that I didn't like too, just because that might help you on making a better decision on what to make in the future and stuff like that if you have a similar taste. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Just so you are aware of why I don't like them, so that you can maybe make choices about those things in the future. I don't know. This video is inspired by Nikki Tutorials, who does her hips and oh god knows video, but I don't know what I'm going to call mine. It's going to be something along those lines. So let's go right into it. I'm going to go into my favourite things first. So the first few things I have are from the same brand, and they are by 1001 Remedies, and I have 4 different products from them, and I'd never actually heard of them before I got these, but I have been loving them. First of all, I absolutely love the packaging of these. I really like the glass bottles and the gold lids. I just think it feels and looks really nice on display. So 1001 Remedies are natural and organic, and you can really tell by the smell of it, but not in a bad way. It just smells really like natural and earthy, and I love that kind of scent. So the first one that I've been absolutely loving is the Pure Air Purifying Spray, and I spray this kind of before I'm about to go to sleep. It smells like really fresh, like a spa, and I find that when I spray this I do sleep a lot better. I go to sleep a lot quicker than I normally would if I don't use it. So I really like this. And then kind of going with the spray, I also use this, which is the Good Night Sleep Relaxing Balm. So with this one, what I do is I take a little bit on my finger and then rub it into my wrists and on my chest as well before I go to sleep. And this also smells really relaxing. I also have the Magic Skin Repair Gel, and I have really been loving this. I've almost ran out of it completely actually, and I use this for when I've got like a spot or a blemish or something like that and I want it to go down faster. I use this. And then the final thing that I have from the 1001 Remedies range is the Treasure Oil, which is premium argan oil, and this is my favourite thing from the range for sure. I haven't touched my hair in about a year, and I'm not joking. I haven't cut it, I haven't dyed it, I haven't done anything to it. I barely straighten it, barely blow dry it. It's just been left, and because of that I find that it gets really dry at the ends. So I really struggle to find like oils or hair products or anything that help it, because it is so dry. I really need to get it cut. I don't know why I haven't so far. But I find that when I use this on the ends of my hair, it just looks, I mean, it still doesn't look great, but it just looks a lot better and feels a lot smoother and looks shinier than it would if I didn't use it. So this has really made a difference to my hair. I love this. This literally goes on every time I wash it now. The second thing on my favourite list are the Morphe palettes. I am fully obsessed with these now. I was a little bit late on the bandwagon, I guess, with these, and now I'm just completely in love with them and I wear them pretty much every day. So the ones that I have are the 35OS palette, which is the like natural shimmery palette. I think these are like all shimmer colours. And then I also have, which is my personal favourite, the Fall Into Frost palette, and this took me ages to get my hands on because Beauty Bay were sold out for it for so long, and I didn't want to pay the extra fees that I had to get it from America. So I've waited for this for ages, and now I finally have it, and it did not disappoint. The pigmentation on these eyeshadows is like no other eyeshadow I've ever tried before in my life. Like, it's actually ridiculous how pigmented these are. I'm going to show you actually. I'm going to swatch this gold colour here. Like, it's so good. It's so good. And the amount of colours you get for the price, I pay I think £23 including postage per palette from Beauty Bay if you're in the UK, and you get 35 really pigmented amazing colours. So it's just like a no-brainer. Everyone needs to get a Morphe palette. Next on my favourites list is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I have been kind of on a mission to find the perfect foundation recently, and I really love this one. For about a year now I've had a really bad hormonal issue with my skin. I've just had the worst breakouts like all the time, and that's left me with quite a lot of like scarred blemishes. So I've been on the hunt for a foundation which is high coverage but doesn't look too cakey or anything like that, and I think this might be the one. You really don't need a lot of this, and it's such high coverage it's amazing. It stays on for a really long time, hence the name All Nighter, and I just really love it. I can't really see myself going back to anything else at the moment. I might find a better one, I don't know, but at the moment I just love this one a lot. Also from Urban Decay, which I've been absolutely obsessed with, is the Naked Skin Concealer. This is, I think, my favourite concealer I've ever used. Really easy to blend. I love how it's really high coverage, but it's also quite like liquidy, so it doesn't bunch up under the skin and stuff, and I just really like it. It goes perfectly with my All Nighter foundation. Just love it, it's great. And another concealer that I've really been liking recently is the Benefit Boing Hydrating Concealer. I bought this because Benefit were having an offer on where I think it was like if you spend £20 on Benefit you get a free Boing concealer or something like that. So I chose this one just kind of at random because I didn't know which one to go for, and I really like it. So I've got shade number 2, and the concealer is in the middle of the tubey thing, and then it's got like moisturising stuff all around the outside, and it doesn't affect the colour or the coverage, it just gives some hydration to under your eyes. And because I'm currently using benzoyl peroxide for my skin, which is like helps acne and spots and stuff, it's really drying, and although I don't put it under my eyes feel really tight and dry whenever I use it. So I've been finding that this really helps because this is hydrating from under my eyes whenever I put my makeup on after I've put on the benzoyl peroxide. That was a bit of a mouthful. Anyway, moral of the story, this is really good and hydrating and great if you've got dry skin. This next one is really high up on my list of favourites, and these are the MUA Luxe Velvet Lip Lacquers. I've got the colour Reckless and Passion, and these are amazing. I've got Passion on today and they just stay on. They just stay on your lips like all day. Sometimes for like 2 days, I just can't get them off. And I personally love that in a liquid lipstick because I find normal lipstick just smears all over my face. I can't seem to control it when I'm wearing it. And I'm not one of those people that always touches up their makeup throughout the night or throughout the day. I just kind of put it on first thing in the morning and then leave it. So stuff like this I'm a massive fan of, and I haven't even found that they're that drying, you know. Normally things that are really matte and stay on for a long time are super drying, but I found that these aren't really like that. So I don't know, I think I might have found a really amazing product here. So I mean, get on this because they're really cheap as well. They're like £3 each. I've also been completely obsessed with this Makeup Revolution strobe highlighter in the colour Gold Addict. I have 3 of the Makeup Revolution highlighters altogether. The other 2 are a lot lighter. I've got Golden Lights and I've got another one, I can't remember the name of it, but it's really kind of white and bright. But I'm wearing this one today and I just think the bronzy kind of gold highlighters match my skin tone a whole lot better, because whenever I was using the really white bright ones, sorry, there's a motorbike going past. So whenever I put those on, I kind of feel like it's too much and it's like too much highlighter, and I feel like this matches my skin tone so much better because it's bronzy and a little bit darker. It kind of matches like my olive skin tone. So I've been wearing this every day. I love it so much, and they're only £3 each, these highlighters, and they're just so good, just so good. So the next things I've been loving are these Sensationail Colour Gel Polishers. These are gel nail varnishes basically. I have a little LED lamp that I do my gel nails myself. I've got the Ravishing Rose colour on at the moment, which is this one here. I've also got the colour Macchiato. These are expensive, I think they're about 12, maybe even £15 each. But I've had this colour on for 2 weeks. There's no chips, they're still really shiny, and once you've done them, they dry straight away. Like once you've put the top coat on and put them under the lamp, they're just dry. And I really struggle with waiting for nail polish to dry. So I've been absolutely obsessed with these, and I don't think I'll ever go back to normal nail varnish again, which is a shame because I have absolutely loads of different colours in normal nail varnish and I've only got like 3 or 4 colours in gel. But honestly, it's so worth it if you're quite lazy with your nails like me, and I don't know, I just think they're really good. And the final thing that I have in my favourites pile is this box, which is a Betty box. And ooh, I'm losing things already. And I'm sorry about the condition of the box, it's like really battered. But this is what it looks like inside. And this is basically a subscription box for your time of the month. So you can go online and sign up for when you are due on your period, and they will send you this box in time for before that date. So you also get to choose what kind of things you want inside, like what kind of sanitary products you would like. So I have a little box which says for night and for later, another one which is full of tampons, and I have a little bag full of like sanitary towels. And then my favourite box is this one which says for you, and inside you get a bunch of things to kind of make you feel a little bit better when you're on your period, because let's be honest, it's not a great time of the month. So in this box I've got a deep conditioning hair pack. I also have a Balance Me Pure Skin face wash, and I love the brand Balance Me. Then I got this, which is by the brand Cause, not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's a bergamot pear moisturising body milk, and I love bergamot scents. They also sent me a Scrub Love Coconut Affair Invigorating Coffee Body Scrub, and I've never tried a coffee scrub before, so this excites me a lot. And then a couple more things. I have a bracelet from the brand Lisa Angel, and that's really cute. I've got a hair on hair bubble, which is one of those ones that leaves no kinks in your hair, so that's really handy. And then finally I've got a L'Oreal nail varnish, which is in a really pretty colour. This is the colour Tangerine Love. So as well as everything you need for your time of the month, they give you things to make you feel better, more relaxed, and just to pamper yourself really, because let's be honest, we all deserve it when it gets to that time of the month. Okay, so those were all my recent favourite things. The next things I'm going to show you are things I have not been loving so much at all. First thing I have, which might surprise some of you, but I just haven't been getting on well with it at all, is the MAC Prep and Prime Transparent Finishing Powder. I recently ran out of my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and although I loved that powder, it was super expensive, so I wanted something that was still good quality but not that expensive to try. So I went into MAC and I asked the lady which powder was best, and she sold me this one. And once I got it home and tried it, I just really didn't like it. Once I put it onto my face with a powder brush, you could just like really obviously see it like on my skin. It didn't match my foundation, even though it's meant to be transparent. It just looked really white and I looked really washed out. I also really hate the texture of it. It feels like corn flour, if anybody's ever felt corn flour. It's like really fine but crunchy, if that makes sense. I just don't like it, and I kind of feel like MAC in general as a brand recently haven't been doing it for me at all. I don't know whether it's because over the years I've just found loads of other brands that I've absolutely loved a lot more than MAC, but MAC in general has really kind of fallen off my radar, especially now that I've used this and don't like it. I kind of don't think I'll go back to MAC anytime soon. The next thing I have is this MUA Luxe Radiant Illumination Highlighting Kit. I got this free when I spent like £10 or something on MUA. It was like an offer in Superdrug. But I'm not a fan of this palette at all. I don't like the colours of them, and I don't like how they're not very glowy or shimmery at all. So if I swatch the lightest one, I just don't know, I feel like it's a bit, could do better. The next thing I have, you will know that I don't like if you watched my LA Girl makeup video, and this is the LA Girl Glow Kit, and it's just really not great. I mean, it comes with a bronzer, a blusher and a highlighter, or two blushes even, and the only thing that is quite good is the highlighter, but the rest of them are quite bad. If you watch that video that I made, you will tell that it just wasn't good. They just don't blend very well at all, the colours are all wrong, and they just aren't very good. I'm sorry. Which is a shame, because I do really like the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealers. They're one of my favourites, but yeah, this not so much. So the final thing that I've really just not been loving at all at the moment is the Shaw Cotton Ultra Dry Deodorant. Now, my favourite deodorant in the world is this one, which is a Shaw one as well, and this is the Motion Sense Bright Bouquet deodorant. I love this one, it smells amazing, it stays fresh all day, I could never have to reapply it. It's great. But when I went into Boots or Superdrug the other week, I was looking for this one, but I couldn't see it in there, and I really needed a deodorant, so I picked up this one instead, thinking that it was Shaw, it's the same brand, so it must work just as good, right? Wrong. This one doesn't work as well. I found like halfway through the day, I noticed that this one wasn't working, let's just say. The smell also isn't as nice as this one. This one is really fresh and floral, This one just smells like a normal deodorant, but it's the way that this just didn't really work for me at all that got me. So love this one, really not a fan of this one, even though they're both Sure. So I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, I thought I'd let you know. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was my first time doing one of these favourites and fails kind of videos, so let me know if you liked it by giving it a thumbs up, and I can do more of these in the future if you'd like. If you haven't already and you would like to, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!